What is up, my friends? Welcome back to another video. And today I wanted to talk about the music business a little bit and specifically kind of how to add an additional income stream to your business, right? And we'll talk about two specific methods. One of them I'm actively using, the other one I'm not. And I'll share why, I'll share kind of the pros and cons, and you can decide for yourself the route that you want to take personally. But before we do that, I want to give you a free guide called How to Make Money as a Composer in 2020 and Beyond. As you can tell, I made this guide a little while ago, but the concepts in this guide basically apply for like the next few decades, really. This is literally the model that I'm using to make a passive income stream in my business. And I'm actually going to be discussing one of those models, or this model, in the video today. But if you're interested in the nuts and bolts of how that really works, I recommend you downloading this guide. It's totally free, and you'll get a really good sense of how I'm using it to leverage my business a little bit. So I want to give it to you as a gift for watching this video. And without further ado, let's kind of talk about the two methods. So first of all, developing an additional income stream is always a good idea, right? The worst thing we can do is really only be earning one income source. Because if that dries up or if that stops for any reason, then we're basically stuck. We're kind of stranded, you know? And it becomes a very scary situation. Like, how can I find more money? Like, what do I have to do to earn a living, right? So the best thing you can do is really branch out and try to add additional income streams to your business. And as a musician, there's lots of ways you can do that, but there's two commonly accepted ways of doing this. And the first one is kind of like production music and, library music and earning royalties from that music. And it's a really interesting path because it can be very lucrative, especially if in the early days of, your career, you start churning out pieces on a regular basis. Like, you have to be super consistent with it. I think people can write up to like 3 tracks a day, and they literally just submit it to libraries that are exclusive or non-exclusive, but they're always on the lookout for new opportunities and new places to put their music in, so that if their music gets placed in a form of media like film or TV or games or whatever it is, then they will earn a royalty from that music being played or being used in that media, And you can imagine if you earn a little bit from a piece of music, but times that by like 1,000, then obviously every single year you're going to be getting a nice check coming in. So the pros of this is, again, it's very lucrative, and you don't really have to put yourself out there in the world. Like, once you start getting your tracks placed, you don't really need an online presence to do that. All you need is to be working super hard, producing new music on a consistent basis, and it's very easy to just get it submitted to different places. And if you have the right connections and you have your tracks placed properly, then you can earn a good living from that. Now, the reason that I haven't done this is kind of a personal reason, but it really is just that I don't like working on music, or I should say I don't like writing music just for the sake of writing music. I prefer to write music if I'm inspired to write music, and because I see it as an extremely creative process and something for me to pour my heart into. So it's a very personal art to me, and I feel like if I was to go that production music route, and if I had to rely on writing music for a living, like actually writing music for a living, then for me it would become more of a chore, and there would definitely be days where I'd be like, oh, I don't want to do this, like I'm just not feeling creative today. I have writer's block, right? And I would definitely, be discouraged, I think, if I had to write music for a living. So that's kind of the main reason I don't do it. Of course, I totally respect the people that do, and they've basically chalked it up to a super efficient workflow, and they can crank out a track in like an hour or two, which is fantastic. But it's just for me not really the path that I see myself going down, because again, like I said, when I write music, I want to make sure I'm fully invested in the music, and so when it goes out into the world, I want it to be something that I'm very proud of. That's just a personal thing. And the other thing is just that it really is a numbers game, so you really have to stay super consistent with it, and no matter what happens, it is part of your daily routine. You just have to do it. And also, for most people who do this type of thing, I think they have to write it in a certain style that caters to the library that they're writing for. Some artists will write completely originally, and then submit it to the library. But I believe unless it's like a custom like gig where they want completely original music that sounds like nothing they've ever heard before, usually those tracks have a harder time being placed because they don't fit within a certain formula, you know? So usually the people working in production music, I think they need to fit a certain mold with their music. And you can let me know if I'm wrong about this, but for me, it would make sense to cater to the needs of that specific library if you want that music placed, right? You know, if you want the music to have, you know, appearances in the places where the library has those connections, you know? So anyway, that's kind of the first way of earning an income from your music. Really is to write music, and then once that music is placed, then over the years you can start earning residuals and royalties from that music, and you can build a really nice passive income from there. The second way I want to talk about is building an online knowledge business. So rather than relying on writing music, now we're relying on producing content and putting yourself out there. So this is specifically what I'm doing and what I have done for the past 4 years on this channel so far. The reason I prefer to do this is, first of all, it allows me to retain my creative juices when it comes to actually writing music. So if I feel inspired, and you know, if I feel like I really have an idea that I have to get down, then I know I can feel really excited about it because it's actually something I want to write rather than something I have to write down. You know what I mean? And also just the biggest thing is that I'm just able to create content that actually benefits people and helps people, and that to me is the best gift that I could ask for. Because I was brought up classically trained, and I've always played piano, but when I started composing music and writing music, I've always had that spark of joy of, like, you know, when you write music, you're literally creating something and you're sharing it with the world, and people can interpret it however they want, but at least you've put something in the world and you've kind of made a bit of a difference there if people actually listen to it. But creating content, like educational content like I'm doing now, actually allows us to make a direct difference to people every single day, you know, depending on how big our audience is. And so it makes me feel great because I know that when I create videos, usually it's based on ideas that you give me. Sometimes I have ideas that I really want to put out there, but it's kind of like us working together. So when I put something out there and you tell me that it's valuable to you, then I know that I've made a difference. And that to me feels, you know, it makes it all worth it for sure. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up is after you've built your content, you keep on making your content, right, consistently. So at least once a week, and putting it on the platform of your choice. In my case, YouTube, because the content stays on there forever. It doesn't disappear like Instagram or Facebook. Then you can kind of monetize that audience in a number of ways. You can do affiliate products. You can do crowdfunding like Patreon, whatever it is. But my preferred way to monetize is to use online courses and a membership, which I have both, right? So I have my online courses like cinematic music creation, songwriting for animation, and so on. And then my membership, Chris's Composing Community. All of these allow me to take my existing students, my existing viewers, and help them even more, like take them down the road even further. So let's say you ingested some of my free content and you really want to learn more about the process, which would be impossible for me to do in a YouTube video, just like in one YouTube video. In an online course or membership, it allows me to have interactive, it allows me to interact with you and interact with the students in a way that I can't really do on a YouTube video, you know? So selling courses and a membership can be very scalable because you do the work once, right, in an online course, and then after that's done, then you sell it in perpetuity. And as long as you get new leads and people coming in to engage with that content, and then you pitching them the product, then you can build a very sustainable business that way. And this is, again, what I've been doing for the past coming up on 2 years now, so 1.5 to 2 years. I've been able to build an additional income stream that's you know, growing every year, but allowing me to take more free time to do what I enjoy the most, which is creating content, you know, and helping more people, which is really the best thing for me. So yeah, those two methods are honestly the most, I think, efficient ways to use our time in order to build a passive income stream that feeds our bank account and feeds our families. Is, again, number one, going the production music or library music route, where you write a lot of music, have that music placed, and obviously it feels super good to have your music recognized by other people and actually see it among other forms of media. That's obviously a wonderful, wonderful feeling. But yeah, I think for a lot of us, if we don't have that certain drive and that certain motivation to continue writing music at a regular pace, then it's very difficult to earn a good living just from doing production music, you know. And from what I've heard, apparently I think the royalties are it's becoming a little more volatile. Like you might have really good royalties one year, but maybe the next year it dips down a little bit depending on, you know, who's using it or that type of thing. I've been reading some Facebook posts and it seems like it's a bit more of a volatile wave in terms of the income there, but I could be totally wrong, and I might have misread it, but I'm pretty sure that was the case. And then the second way is to monetize through content marketing and then offering products behind closed doors in the back end and profiting there. So that kind of illustrates as you producing content on a regular basis for other people. They enjoy that content, or maybe they don't enjoy and they leave. But if they enjoy, then they kind of join your email list, and you can send or sell products to them privately. And because they're more engaged people, because they actually wanted to be there, then they're more likely to buy from you. And as long as you continue to build your content, continue to build your audience and your reach, and continue to build that business, then it can be super scalable, and it can only grow every single year as long as you continue to put out the content and continue to help people every single week. So entirely depends on what you're looking for. maybe you don't even want to build passive income because maybe it has like a dirty connotation to you, or it just sounds icky. But I can promise you, if you set it up correctly and do everything ethically, then you have no reason to feel bad about it. And it could be very, very satisfying in the long run, I personally feel. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and listening to me rant about this. It's a big topic, but I don't know, if you've ever considered building a passive income stream, please let me know in the comments below. Maybe let me know where you're kind of feeling stuck. Like, are you kind of considering starting an income stream, but you really don't know where to start? Maybe you've identified with one of these two areas of, you know, passive income, but you're just not sure how to actually execute that, right? If it's the second one, like building an online course business and education, then I'd be more than happy to answer your questions there, because actually I'm doing that right now, right? So I kind of know the process behind that, and so hopefully I can help you there further. And if you have specific questions about that process as well, I can also create more videos in the future about that too, to kind of dive into that further and show you how you can monetize your skills there. But in any case, thank you so much. Again, I want to give you my free guide on how to create an income from your music as a composer in 2020 and beyond. It's a totally free guide, and it goes over the exact model of content marketing like I was talking about in this video. Step by step, it shows you exactly what I've been doing to build up my online business. And if you are curious about which platform I'm using to build the business and host all my courses and stuff, in the description there's a link there. The platform is called Kajabi, and I've been using them for the past like half year to a year now, and they've been just super easy to work with, and you know, to work with the platform has just been super easy to use. Full disclosure is an affiliate link if you decide to sign up and check it out. They give you a 14-day free trial on their website. But if you use my link, it gives you double the free trial, so 30 days plus I give you 2 additional bonus mini courses to kind of help you through the online business journey. So just something to keep in mind. But if you do decide to sign up with that link, part of your payment will come to support this channel, which in turn will help me create more content for you. So I would really appreciate that. But again, no hard feelings if you don't do that either. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in another video very soon. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.